upon who is in a bargaining position, the contract will be according. Now coming to the third party, bill of lading. I think I explained to you, if you receive an export order for supply of some goods, but these goods are not available in our country, you have to get these goods from some other country. So shipment will be done at different port. Like let us say 3 countries are involved. Exporter and the foreign buyer. What is the difference between exporter and foreign buyer? Who will make the payment, who will issue the export order, he is a foreign buyer. Who receives an export order in his name, he is an exporter. So exporter has to ship the goods and foreign buyer has to make the payment. Is that clear? So first there is a relationship between exporter and the foreign buyer. Now suppose foreign exporter will get the goods from somebody else. Let us say he is going to get goods from Sri Lanka. For the time being, let us assume that in Sri Lanka his agent is sitting there. So we are not discussing the relationship between the exporter and the agent who is in Sri Lanka. But Indian exporter will tell the agent who is in Sri Lanka, because goods are not manufactured in India. So he can tell, you can directly ship the goods to UK party. So goods will be shipped where? In India or at Sri Lanka? Somebody? Goods will be shipped at Sri Lanka. So the Sri Lankan party who will be not exporting the goods, who will be sending the goods on behalf of exporter is called consignor. I repeat, you are the exporter and Sri Lankan party who is not exporting the goods, who is sending the goods on your behalf, is a consignor. And foreign buyer is a consignee or as a foreign buyer also, because goods will be directly sent to them. So the bill of lading, which is issued at Sri Lanka, but it comes to India, and then along with other document, it is given to the bank and then it is forwarded to UK party, then such a bill of lading becomes a third party bill of lading. I hope it is clear. Bill of lading is issued in a third country where the goods are directly being shipped. Or what is the other alternative? The Indian exporter will have to import these goods from Sri Lanka to India. Indian exporter receives export order for supply of some chemicals. These chemicals are not available in, I think somebody was asking, these chemicals are not available in India. They have to be procured from Sri Lanka. So the option with the Indian exporter is to import these chemicals from Sri Lanka to India, unload the goods from the vessel, and then reload the goods into other vessel and then ship the goods to UK. Is that clear? Now to save on time and energy and transshipment is a difficult thing. The Indian exporter tells his counterpart in Sri Lanka, sir, you can directly ship the goods to UK. You are my consignor. हम अपना हिसाब किताब देखेंगे. You on my behalf send the goods. So bill of lading is not issued in India. Bill of lading will be issued in Sri Lanka. So this bill of lading will have to be sent to the Indian exporter because it is a document of Indian exporter. Even if bill of lading is issued in Sri Lanka, but it is an export document of Indian exporter because he has to forward the document to his bank, HDFC and all these things. But for Indian exporter or the foreign buyer, for all the party, it becomes a third party bill of lading. Now in that bill of lading, whose name will be appearing? Definitely consignor's name, the party who has shipped the goods, Sri Lankan party. It may be exporters, yes, Sri Lankan party. Sometime Indian exporter, just to ensure the next time onwards, there should not be a direct connection between Sri Lankan party and UK party. Yes, somebody has written, very good. He can get the bill of lading switched in India. All shipping companies have got their agents in India. So the Indian exporter will approach sir, here is the third party bill of lading where I request you to remove the name of the consignor and give it to me. So what this in a shipping company will do, agent of the shipping company will do, same bill of lading, they will issue another one, but it will be without the name of the consignor, so that foreign buyer will not come to know who is a consignor. It happens sometimes. Is it clear? So this is called a third party bill of lading / it can be considered as switch bill of lading. Okay, then comes next one. See, in case of a third party bill of lading, goods are generally shipped from a third country. Which are the two parties? Exporter is first country, foreign buyer is second party, and from where the goods will be dispatched is a third party. So bill of lading is not issued in India if exporter tells that person, you can directly ship the goods to UK. Otherwise, why to waste time? You will be sending goods to me, then I will be exporting to you. So you are my friend. Whatever relationship is there, we will see it. Your name. On a switch bill of lading, you tell the shipping company's agent, let my name be there, but remove the name of the consignor. So the foreign buyer will not come to know who is a consignor in Sri Lanka. I think understood. So this is a third party bill of lading. Then there is another bill of lading, very, very important bill of lading, that is called three types: direct bill of lading, through bill of lading. In one line only you can write direct bill of lading, through bill of lading, and CTD.